just turn me back into 1 Samuel 19. And I'm going to go through this very quickly, but I want to show you what the history of David arriving in this terrible place, this cave of Adullam, this place of depression, this place where he felt there was no way out. Let's look at it, and I'm just going to give you the verses, and then we're just going to come to a conclusion. But just in chapter 19 and verse 11, just look at the sequence here. It says, this is 1 Samuel chapter 19 and verse 11. Saul sent men to David's house to watch it and to kill him in the morning. But Michal, that was David's wife, warned him, if you don't run for your life tonight, tomorrow you will be killed. So Michal let David down through a window and he ran away from this aggressor. The first thing I want you to notice about David here is he lost his lover. He lost his wife, and he was never to see her again. Today, of course, many of us have been through broken relationships. It's one of the most painful things. To go through a broken relationship, you make a vow to somebody, you care for them, and you think this is going to be together for life. But so many of us have been through a broken relationship, either by choice or maybe sometimes not by choice. Sometimes through a divorce or a separation, sometimes through a death. We've been widowed. It's one of the most painful things to lose a lifetime partner. And that's David experienced that. You know, one of the reasons why I absolutely love my Bible is because the Bible is so true to life. It talks about the real issues that you and I face. Now, when you lose someone very near to you, like a spouse, where do you run? You run to perhaps a mentor or a father figure. And that's exactly what he did. Just look on in verse 18. It says, then David fled and made his escape, and he went to Samuel. Now, Samuel was his mentor. He was the person he admired, and he went to his mentor, and he sought counsel and help. But I want you to know this was the last time he ever saw his father in the faith. His last time he ever saw his mentor. And that's a tragedy when that relationship breaks. When actually Samuel, this is a quick-fired study, but when Samuel's funeral was announced, he was unable to attend his own spiritual father's funeral. So David loses his lover, his wife. He loses his mentor and spiritual father. Can you see how things happen? You see, sometimes in life we go through a sequence of things where we lose people who are dear to us and precious to us. Does that make sense to anybody? And it's a really difficult experience to go through, a very human experience. And what does he do? What would you do? You lose your friend, your lover, your spouse. They've been lost to you. You lose your mentor, your spiritual father. Where would you go? You'd go to your friend. And that's exactly what David does. If you look over in chapter 20 and verse 41, it says, David got up from the south side of the stone, bowed down before Jonathan there 3 times with his face to the ground, and they kissed each other and wept together. But David wept more. This man is in distress. And he says this, and Jonathan said to David, go in peace, for we have sworn friendship. And I just want to say this was the last time he was ever to see Jonathan. I wonder if there's someone here that you say, Nigel, I identify with that. There's been some important people in my life and they're not there anymore. Maybe through death, maybe through some separation, maybe through some... But see the break in the sequence of this.